Hello everybody and welcome to another one of our leadership training videos. In these leadership training videos, what I do is I share in a few minutes a particular theme, a particular idea that I want you to go away and explore and integrate into your own career, your own life, to help you to become a more effective leader. I talk about leadership traits, leadership skills, what leadership abilities you need, what leadership insights, all of which will help you to grow in your own leadership. They're not necessarily those of anybody else but mine, because I have had over 35 years experience. My name is Chris Igwe, and with those 35 years experience, I've been able to work across different European markets, 5 in particular, but also through Europe, Middle East and Africa. And really through those experiences and those teams that I've led, there are many threads that are common. And those threads that are common, you bring them through in your own leadership style in order to share and help other people grow to what they want to be. So please feel free to like, share, comment, and of course, subscribe to the channel so you know when other videos are becoming available. And you look back on some of the previous ones and hopefully you can draw from there some new ideas and initiatives for yourself as well. So I normally just take one idea or one topic or one area and I help explore that. I don't know when you're going to be watching this video. It could be months from now, it could be years from now. But we are coming up to a particular time of the year which is really, really important in your own leadership journey and your own leadership career. Often it's something which people do and look at, let's say, the end of the calendar year or the financial year, whichever way you're looking at it, and they start to plan out the next 12 months. Whether it starts in January or it starts in July or anywhere in between. It's their year of business and performance. So I want to put this to you and I want to challenge you as well. So where we are today, as in today, if you're watching it today or tomorrow or the next couple of days, we are in a place where 7 months of the year have gone by. 7 months. I don't know whether you can remember what January was like for you when you set out your stall, your plan, your objective for the 12 months coming. But here's the key thing, guys. There's only 5 months to go. And if you take out the summer period when we're chilling, relaxing, well earned, don't get me wrong. But by the time you come back, there'll only be 4 months left in the year. Assuming you don't do anything during your month's vacation or however long you take. So 5 months to go at the very best. Perhaps even 4. So I want you to think about that and say to yourself, there are 2 ways of looking at it. Either this is, wow, I didn't know that, this is terrible, this is, I won't get everything done, or wow, this is, at least I know about it now, what can I do to change that situation? And to do that, you have to ask yourself the tough questions now. Now, right now, not tomorrow, not in, even if you're lying on a beach. You're relaxing, you're chilling, whatever you're doing. This is not a criticism. This is a constructive observation. You have to ask yourself the tough questions now because there are only 5 or maybe 4 months to go before the end of the year. Now, the very simplest thing to do, this is the ABC of any business that you run. Any team that you lead, you have to reassess the plan. When you started this out in January, let's say, or 12 months ago, whatever it is, or 7 months in this case, what was the plan? Where were you expecting to be now? And where are you expecting to be at the end of those 12 months? How wide a gap are you experiencing right now? How wide a gap are you seeing in terms of that performance? You may already have done this, but I would suggest that you still do it again because you have to anticipate. You never know what's going to happen next. So as you reassess the plan, a few ideas, there are many more for you to look at, is the team that you put together or the company that you have to get this done. Is the team right? Is it in the right place? Mentally, physically, emotionally? Are they clear on what they needed to do? Have you been monitoring them up until this time, or have you just let them do and be what they want to do. You look at the individuals within that team, or the individual. Who is it? Maybe you've got a manager in here. Is he or she doing what you ask them to do? Now, once again, there's no criticism here. This is not about, well, maybe it's the wrong person. I should have done a change 3 months, 6 months, a year ago. Maybe, but it's not too late. So what is that individual, or those individuals, what are they doing to help move that plan forward? That's the question you have to ask. Equally, within that group and organization, do they have the resources? Have you given them the resources that they need, the tools, the platforms, access to information, connecting them with other parts of the business or external groups, or whatever it happens to be? I don't know what resource means for you. Resource could, of course, be additional members of the team. Maybe part of the team that you were having work on this plan, which is part of a bigger group, they need more resources, they need more people, they need more individuals. I don't know, but you have to ask yourself, what are the resources that you need? Another important question, of course, inevitably for all of us as leaders, what is your ability and skill to delegate? Have you delegated adequately? Have you delegated fast enough? Have you delegated to the right people? Are you comfortable with delegating? Are you challenged by it? You want to hold it all back. You want the best things for you. Delegation is often a big block for people, which means that this gets stalled, because there are things you could ask the team to do as a whole, or you could ask individuals or an individual to do as well. So what are your delegation skills like, and how have you been able to manage that through the process? And then finally, external support, which could be in here as well, resources. What are the external supports, which could be external to your team or your department? Maybe it's HR, human resources. Maybe it's finance, the finance department. Maybe it's IT. Your IT department maybe can provide resources in here that you didn't ask for, you didn't have, or you don't know about. So those external could be external to your team and your department or your company, but it could be external as in other parties. Is there another group external to your team or company or business that could support you in a process that helps you to achieve that plan? So you need to ask yourself these questions, challenge yourself. The point I'm trying to make here is that there is a sense of urgency. If you don't take on that sense of urgency, you are going to lose out. You're going to miss your deadline, you're going to miss your targets and your objectives. So it's really important. Inevitably, as leaders, there are some key questions we have to ask ourselves, which are more about us, about internal aspects. So what worked? In those 7 months of the year, what has worked? Identify those, isolate them, see what worked, and how you can use what worked to improve to help you in those next 4 or 5 months that are remaining in the year. And then what didn't work? That's equally important. What were you doing? What path were you going down that was not the right one for you in terms of your expectations and achievements? You then look at time, inevitably with 5 months to go or 4 months to go. How are you going to use that time, your own time? What are you going to focus on to help the team to grow and succeed? What are going to be the priorities? Because amongst the plethora of things that you'll need to do, because you may be starting to panic, you may be worried, you may be getting pressure from your boss or bosses or externally. So what are the priorities you're going to have? And finally, and most importantly, what are the changes that you are going to make to your own self in terms of your use of time? How will you reallocate your time? How will you make sure your time is much more effective and much more efficient? Because the key here, for this to succeed, for you to get to the end of the year and get over the line in what you want to do, it's all about you. It's all about you. The team is going to carry on doing what they're doing. It's a question of how you are going to put them on the right path and give them the right support and direction that they are going to need. And so when I talk about you, here are some of the key areas you will need to consider for yourself in order to make this successful. Do you feel that you are in control? Do you feel you're in control? Are you panicked? As I say that to you, there's only 5, maybe 4 months if you come back after the vacation. Are you a deer caught in the headlights? If you are, you need to work on that and get yourself to a place of being in control. Are you focused? Have you narrowed down what the things are that you absolutely need to do? Priority 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever you think. I wouldn't suggest you go more than 6, otherwise it's way too many things to handle. Are you still committed to that goal? Because if you're not committed to the goal or the plan or the objective that you had for the end of the year, that is going to come across to the team. They will sense it, they will feel it, and then it will become difficult to get them back on track again. So are you still committed to what you set out at the beginning of the year? You need to have very clear thoughts in your own mind, which is linked to focus, but it's about the thoughts about how you're going to get to where you want to get to. You need to be able to achieve that. Be very, very clear. Make sure that your thoughts are not going to be diluted in any way. They're not going to be torn down by anybody. They're going to be strong. They're going to be supportive of what you want to do. And then, of course, you're going to be unstoppable because your energy, what I want is for you to come back and to be energized, motivated, driven, excited, because you can see what the end result and the end goal is going to be. It's about saying, I cannot be prevented from getting where I want to get to, because you can see the results. You can see the goal in your mind's eye. And that clarity of thought, that focus, that energy, that positioning of everything then gets into your body, gets into your mind, and you are driven. You have a mindset that is so strong, so focused, and you say to yourself, I can do this. Yes, it may take a bit of time, maybe a few days, put it together, but hopefully you can use some of that roadmap to help you to put those building blocks together to build up what it is that you need to have. So I hope that this has resonated, left you with some thoughts and ideas. Please feel free to like, share, and comment, and of course, subscribe to the channel so you know when other videos are becoming available. But I definitely hope that you're not going to waste what is left of this valuable year, this valuable 4 months, 5 months, whatever it is for you, that you're going to use it to your absolute best. That you can then drop me a note in a few months' time saying either I'm back on track or I'm on track, I'm motivated, I'm running, I've got the energy, I'm on turbo boost, my rockets are all charged, whatever it happens to be. Please feel free to share and let me know. I'd love to know about your story and your journey. So in the meantime, thank you for listening and watching, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. Thank you.